morning, friends. It's Nancy, and I am back with the cat to work on Evangeline. So here's what I did with the cover. Remember that big scratch there? It's still there, but I sort of disguised it by doing this fussy cut of daisies to match the daisies in the background. Lots of ink and stuff going on. I didn't like how it finished down here, and I thought I'm gonna put some lace on it. So I added a piece of lace, and I stitched on some shell buttons. I gotta show you. This one shell button I had was so thin. When I pulled the thread through it, it just shattered into tiny bits like a shell. So luckily I was able to find another good shell button to stick on there. So in terms of pages, I have selected pages from the original text. And yesterday when I was working on the cover, and I've got the spine glued in this morning too. When I was working on the cover, I turned on a YouTube channel, which was a full audio book reading of Evangeline. It's about 2 hours long, 2 hours, 2 minutes. So it was a perfect length for a crafting session, and learned a lot about, well, of course, learned a lot about the story, but it also sort of informed the things that I want to incorporate into the journal. So one of the things that's mentioned in the epic poem is that Evangeline is wonderful at weaving linen. So it talks about flax being, oh, I saw smoke. I looked outside. I think hubby has started a fire in the backyard. Oh, my heart. So I found some scraps of linen from a tablecloth that I tea dyed, and it has some green embroidery on it, and I just put a tab on every page, so it's not going to hang out too much, but just enough. And the green and the ecru color, I think, really go well. I also selected some pages. Well, I created a page using the prologue of the story. So it begins and ends with, this is the forest primeval. So it talks about the village and the meadow, the ocean and forest, and all kinds of different scene setting sorts of things. And I am going to use this spinach dyed paper that I wasn't happy with. Oh my goodness, there's a pencil mark on there. Oh. I'm not really happy with how it came out in terms of the way I had it planned in my brain, but I am happy with the color, because I think this pale green is going to match in nicely with the aged paper and the overall color theme. So I chose other papers, blues, greens, creams, some book pages. I actually had these 3 book pages already made, and it was from a French novel. So this one I had stitched on some lace, done a little bit of stenciling there. This one I sewed on some strips of paper, and this is a little pocket here. And this one has some music paper on it, and a edge punched edge. So I'm happy with that. I've started to pull a few things in. So I had some French vocabulary cards. Here's a card with a deer. I've got this little green envelope. Here's from a French card game. This is Samuel Champlain. So he founded the colony in Quebec, in French Canada. And here they are. Here's a scythe and cutting the wheat, I guess, or hay or something. So I got those out because I think I can make use of them. I did make a couple of journaling cards from book pages. So this was in the book page, and this was a picture of Longfellow. I just backed it onto some plain book page. I'm not sure that I'll do anything else to these. I think they're probably good the way they are. It's hard to say. So I want to go through some more of my oh, I'll have to bring in some of these dried flowers. That'd be good. Some of these little daisy things that I dried. Yeah, we'll have to do some of that. Yeah, I'm gonna go through some more of my embellishments here and ephemera and see what else I want to choose. But after I'm done that little sorting project, I'll come back and we'll start doing, some embellishing. I don't want to sew the signatures in yet because I'm thinking that there might be some stitching that has to happen or something. So we'll just see how that all works out. All right, back in a few minutes. Okay, so I've pulled a few things out. Some scrap paper. This is an end paper, like a fly leaf, from a very old book, but I thought it was pretty. This I pulled out of my box of farm stuff, actually. Because one thing I think of when I think of that area of Nova Scotia is apples. And several times when during the reading of the poem it talked about orchards and apples. So what I did was I just sort of reinforced with an extra layer of paper where the sticks were, so that I could fussy cut around the sticks. And I'm going to use this as a page. Let me just grab a page here. Like a tuck spot. And you would tuck up. So I did that. I pulled out a jewelry envelope. And I put a little, hole, a half circle punch there. And I've got this tea-dyed paper that I thought looked kind of pretty. And this is a cigarette silk from turn of the century. And it's called the Milkmaid. And I thought, well, that's probably appropriate because there is another part in the poem where it talks about the milkmaids. It's a very rural setting. So again, I'm just feeling really inspired by everything I heard. So I think I'll put a little piece of paper here. like that. Let's try this again. Got a little fussy cut of a cow. I don't know that I'm going to put it on though. No, that looks dumb. What do you think? This is from a piano music roll. I like it. Okay, I'm going to ink this up. Just a little. And again, I want to bring in those bluey green shades. It's in the cover. I said this was a jewelry envelope, right? So I will have to make a tag that will go inside. And I'm going to stitch around her, but let's glue first. Just using a little bit of glue stick. Okay. Just want to make sure the edges are down because they can be really fragile because they're very old. Okay, gonna do a little stitching. Hang on. Okay, I forgot to ink that part of the envelope. Just pushing down those displaced bumps of paper. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, we need to make a tag. Feeling a little crowded. Just moving a little bit of paper around. Okay. What will we do for a tag? Well, we'll grab a tag base. How's that for a start? We need a bigger one. This one might be too narrow. Actually, let's try that out. I don't know where anything is. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's going to be perfect. So let's cover it with a piece of book page. Doesn't matter which side. Just wanted to make sure that that was perfectly straight. Now, for the front, and then I can put something on here. Okay, I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, just gonna run my rotary cutter up there and I'm gonna cut like just a whisker off the bottom. Just so I feel comfortable that it's gonna go in easily. Yeah, see, now it's just right underneath that. Okay. So this can be used as a journaling spot. This area could be used as a journaling spot if we covered it with something because of the stitching. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to think about it. Should I stitch this? Of course I should stitch this. Hang on. Now, before I sew it, I decided I'm going to do something. I'm going to add some these wild pressed flowers in. And then I'm going to cover it, not with acetate, but with a thin paper, like sheet protector. Because I just feel like if I used acetate, it would be kind of crumbly and I get myself into a whole lot of mess. I don't know that this is going to work, but we shall see. And I'll get a little piece of tape. I always think of pressed flowers as very romantic. And the story of Evangeline is nothing if it's not a romantic tragedy. I'm going to cut this in half. Okay, so I want you guys to be flat as possible. So lay down. There we go. Come on, you. Okay. So I got one of these sheet protectors. I'll just cut it down. And I only need one layer. Okay. So I'm just putting these clips on to hold it in place while I start the sewing. And then when I'm done the sewing, I'll trim the extra off. All right. So it turned out perfectly imperfect. Not bad for the first time. Just tie this knot. It's because the dimension of the flowers kind of caused a bit of a ripple, a ripply dimple. Are you getting impatient to see what it looks like? Me too. I'm hoping it's going to look better once I've got it done. Ready? Aw, that's not bad. But because the dimension of this big flower here, it, you know, kind of, I feel like if I had sewn across the top first, maybe I could have, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I think it's sweet. Okay, so there's that. How are we doing for time? Oh my goodness, we've done too much. All right, so thanks for coming along, and we'll continue tomorrow working on Evangeline. So take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.